take something that's complex and make it simple. What's happening, YouTube fam? It's so good to see y'all. I'm going to talk about pursuing your dreams. Hopefully it can help you guys. So one area that I've struggled with is feeling confused on what to do, because my whole entire life I thought I was supposed to be an athlete. That's what I wanted. And you have convinced me that I would do anything else or be anything else, because that's what I was dead set on from the moment that I was a young kid. I played baseball, ran track, football, soccer. I did everything. So 18 years, at least until I turned into an adult, that's what I thought I was going to be, until I got some pretty severe concussions, and it completely changed my life and how I live my life. So my athletic, I guess you could call it career, or let's say potential, got stripped away from me because of my injuries. So I'm 24 now, so the last, I would say 6 years, the 6.5 years have been really a new discovery of myself, and basically finding out who I am without athletics and who I am away from those things. Then die hard into something, and you thought that's what you were supposed to do, and you gave everything you had to it. I mean, up early, practicing throughout the day, your practices, going home, studying and practicing whatever it is that you're into. And you have coaches and mentors and leaders and teammates and best friends in that field or sport or whatever it is you're doing. What happens is it becomes like part of you, and you build a deep attachment to it. And it's not just about the sport anymore. It's about the connections that you build with it and the identity that you find in it. It's a difficult thing to break away from that when that's who you've been your entire life. When it comes to pursuing something that you thought you were supposed to be or supposed to become, and then you get hit with the reality really quickly of either you're not good enough, or just life happens and you're unable to do it, or you may discover that you like something else as you become older. What it's kind of like is if, like, just picture yourself walking down one set of train tracks, right? And for your whole life, you're walking down that set of train tracks, and you believe, I am meant to go down this road. This is what I'm destined for, and I'm going to keep going straight no matter what. Through the hard times, through the suffering, through the trials, through the success and the triumphs, I'm going to continue down this train track for the rest of my life and find a way to make it work. And then what happens as you get older and you get exposed to more things, more people, more situations, you learn yourself more, you become an adult. What happens is eventually life becomes more complex, right? We understand that. Life becomes incredibly more complex as you grow older because of your responsibilities and the things that you're trying to discover. And what happens is on those train tracks, you start to see multiple sets of tracks, right? So kind of envision this, your whole life you've seen that one set of train tracks, and as you grow and evolve, what happens is it's a lot easier. It's actually called the paradox of choice, and I think Jordan Peterson talks about it. Many psychologists have talked about it. It's where the paradox of choice is where you have too many choices and you don't know which one to choose, and you kind of get analysis paralysis, where you literally don't know which path to take because you're afraid of making the wrong choice, which is a sign of perfectionism. You're just dead set on something and your mind hasn't been opened up to other things. That one path is easy. You either have this path or you have this path, and you're straight and narrow, right down the middle, right? But what happens is, like I said, as you get older, your vision for the first time, your person sees multiple sets of train tracks, which is the opportunities in life to go down different paths. You see all these different paths, and what happens is as you become an adult, you have the free will to choose any of those paths. And I think what my struggle has been is when I finally have gotten to that point where I see these different paths, is I start tiptoeing down one path because I'm afraid if I go full force on that path, I'm going to make the wrong decision and then get all the way down to that path or that set of train tracks, right? And turn around and go, oh my God, this isn't what I wanted to do. Like, I messed up, I failed. But one thing I've realized recently, it with the help of, just prayer and leaning into friends and watching videos and just learning myself, is that even if you do take the wrong path, so-called, right, the wrong set of train tracks, so-called, you're still moving forward. That's the thing that I think we forget about, is that even if you feel like you've taken the wrong path, if you're moving forward and you eventually turn around to look and see, oh no, what have I done? You've still moved forward. Train tracks, and you're still going forward. I think a lot of times, like even myself, I've thought, well, eventually I'm going to turn around and this path that I took that was different, it's the only path for me now. I have to keep going on this path, but that's not the case. And what I just realized is that even if you have seen those railroad crossings and tracks, even if you took that path, that different path, eventually what happens is that path, that railroad track, is going to intersect with another train track. And that is obviously the metaphor for the ability to have different types of lives and choose whatever it is you want and where you want to go in life. You're not stuck on that path. And this is even me talking to myself. You're not stuck on that one path, because you can continue to, eventually those railroad crossings, they overlap, and you can change paths and even keep part of the same path and go to a different one. So that to me is the beauty of pursuing your dreams and your goals in life, is that even if you are struggling with where you want to go and who you want to be, there are multiple paths for you to take, and there is no wrong path, because eventually those railroad tracks, they cross each other. Those paths in life, they cross each other, and you can still choose to be who you want to be at any moment in life, whether you're 18, whether you're 24, whether you're 32 or 42 or 8 or 62, 82, whatever it is. You can choose to be who you want to be whenever you like. Now bear with me, it is 39 degrees outside. I picked the worst possible day to come outside. I don't know what I was thinking. But yeah, like that's something that I just understood in my own head, is that you take that path, right, that's different, and you don't, my thought process was that you walk down that railroad track, that train track, and then you turn around and you realize, oh shoot, there's no going back. And this is the only path for me. I can't go anywhere else. That's not how it works. Eventually you come down to those crossings where you can jump over to go to something else, which is my current plan right now. Right now, I'm working a job where I'm well taken care of. I'm doing well, I'm proud of myself, but it's not something that I really care for and that I'm good at. It's not my passion. But even coworkers and friends and family have helped me realize, well, Blake, you don't have to do that forever, right? You're not stuck on, remember, like, I'm not stuck on one railroad track the whole time. Eventually, and it's not, and even my mindset, well, was this set of tracks, when I should have been over here this whole time, I screwed up and I failed. I'm realizing, and what other people are helping me realize is, Blake, you can continue down this set of railroad tracks, keep going down the road, and eventually use it to bridge the gap over into a different path of life, is something that you want. Basically meaning like save your money as much as you can, invest it, build your businesses on the side, your branding on the side, more schooling and education on the side. And then when the time is right, you'll go from this path, boom, over to this path and cross over to the different set of railroad tracks and train tracks, right? Analysis paralysis thing where you're afraid to make a decision on something because you're afraid to fail and you're afraid to have wasted time. Does that sound like you guys at all? Or it feels like if you make the wrong decision, you've wasted all of this time, all of this energy, all of this effort, and you failed yourself, right? And you failed other people around you. But that's not how it works. Even on that path and even on that journey, you're still learning skills. You're still learning things about yourself and other people, and you're developing and building a stronger mind and character along the way, right? So don't be afraid to take that different set of train tracks, right? It may be scary, it may be unknown, it may be something new, but don't be afraid to just, if you have 6 set of train tracks out in front of you, go pick one of them. Think in your mind, you know what? If I pick the first one or the 6th one or the 4th one, either way, I'm going to be okay. God's got me. If you don't believe in God, you yourself got you and your family and friends got you, and you'll find a way to make it, right? You'll find a way to push through, and you'll be okay at the end, and eventually you'll be able to merge those different paths together, and you'll be good. You'll be good. And either way, that's what you have to remember, is you'll be good. You'll be okay either way. That's the point I'm at in my life, is a crossroads, making that big risk and leap and decision to go after a different life and live in a different place and do a different thing and a different passion. And it is scary, and I am nervous and afraid about it, but I know that I'm going to be okay, because eventually I'll be able to leap on different sets of train tracks, And eventually I'm going to get to my destination, and there's checkpoints and there's other trains and people that'll be there along the way to help me. And they'll be along their way to help you as well. You just have to be open to the help. You have to be open to learning and to growing. And you'll be good, man. I believe in you. All of you. I believe in you. I appreciate y'all tuning in and listening. Taking things in life that I've experienced, and I'm sure some of you have experienced similar things, and creating them into these metaphors and these parables that are easier to understand and are more relatable. I do appreciate you guys listening and joining in. It's Blake McMahon tuning in. I hope I'm helping you guys, and I hope you guys are learning something. I appreciate you guys. And y'all, let's have a great 2025. Let's get to it. Peace.